Hello guys, welcome to the fourth part of the video. I'm so sorry it's really taking a long time to finish, and hopefully this would be the last part of this video. And in this part of the video we're going to make the strap. The strap is also a series of this kind of pattern, but only there's a slight difference because we're gonna work a few rows, but we need to turn every time. So unlike this one, we're working in rounds and we don't need to turn. So when you check the join, so this is the last row where you did a slip stitch, and now to make the strap we're going to fold it this way, and I put a marker on where exactly we're gonna start to add the strap. So this is the join, and try to fold them in such a way that the designs are the same as the other side. So there are 3 half diamonds there, so this stitch that has stitch markers on both sides, those are the ones that will these are the places where we will add the straps. So I'm gonna start working on this side, going to the left from right to left, and just like what we did before, we're going to follow the pattern in order to create in order to continue creating this kind of design. So I'm gonna show you the diagram I am following so that you'll know exactly where or how to start it. So we're going to start round 1 for the strap, and also we're going to fasten this off because we're gonna start from here and we're gonna end here. We're gonna turn and then continue working, forming diamonds. Round 1 for the strap, so we're gonna start here, and to start we're going to first, okay, it's hard to remove the stitch marker, okay, and then we're going to start by working chain 3. So this is how I join. Maybe I'll bury the tail as I go. 1 2 3, and then chain 1 for the chain 1 space, and then work a double crochet in each of the next 6 double crochets. 2 3 4 5 and 6. And then after that I'm gonna chain 1, and then in the same, not in the same, but in after skipping 1 double crochet in the next chain space, 1 double crochet, and then there should be 6 double crochets in each of the next 6. I really want to show you guys the number of stitches that you need to work on from rows 1 to 28, but I do believe that it will take a long time to video everything. So what I did is I'm just gonna show you the first row of how I started the strap, and hopefully you can just follow along with the pattern diagram there to where you're going to work the next row of making the strap. Anyway, you only need 28 rows for this side, and then on the other side you're gonna do the same pattern. You have 6 double crochets, chain 1, and then the same in the next chain space, work a double crochet, and then make sure you have 6 double crochets per group. 2, 3, so this is my last 6 double crochets, chain 1 and 1 double crochet into the chain space. This is the last stitch for this row, and then next is row 2. So we're going to chain 3 no, we're just going to work a slip stitch. So we're gonna turn this one, and this is also the first time that I have made this bag, so I am also trying to figure out. And so this is the first stitch, and this is chain 1 space, so we're going to work a slip stitch in there until we get to the 4th stitch. So this is the 4th stitch, so do not forget to include the chain 1 space. So once you get to the 4th stitch, and we're now going to chain 3 and then work 1 double crochets in each of the next 11. So we now have 2, 3, 4. Once you have 11 double crochets already, next is we're going to chain 1 and also skip chain 1 space. I'm sorry, 1 double crochet. This is, do not forget this to skip double crochet, and then into the chain 1 space we're now working 1 double crochet, and then we're gonna work 3 more. There should be 3 double crochets in there, so chain 1 and then skip a double crochet, and then into the next 11 double crochets we're gonna work 1 on each. So regardless if you have seen a chain 1 space, you need to work until you have 11 double crochets. So 11, and then we're going to then chain 1, skip 1 double crochet, and then into the next 3 stitches we're gonna work 3 double crochets in there into the chain space until we have 3. Chain 1, skip a stitch, and then into the last 11 double crochets. For row 3, you're going to when you turn after finishing the last double crochet of row 2, you're then going to slip stitch into the next stitch here, and then we're gonna start working 9 double crochets into each of the next 9 stitches. Once you have 9 there, 3, 6, 9, chain 1, and then into the chain 1 space, do not forget to skip a double crochet, and then we're gonna work 1 double crochet into the next 5. So now we have 2, 3, 4, 5, and then skip a stitch and 1 double crochet into each of the next 9 stitches. After 9 double crochets, chain 1, work a double crochet into the chain 1 space, 5 double crochets. So now we have 2, 3, 4, 5, chain 1, skip a stitch, 1 double crochet in each of the next 9 stitches, and that after that row 3 is done. For row 4 to 7, all you have to do is follow the pattern of the design and you will not get lost. Okay, so every time you finish a row, you turn and then slip stitch into the next stitch in order to start the row. That's why, as you can see, it is decreasing. So as we move on to the next row, the number of stitches decreases until it forms like a strap. And so this is what it looks like from row 4 to 7. All you need to do is follow the pattern of this diamond that is forming, and it should be very easy. You do not have to look at the pattern every time. This is what's gonna look like if you work round 18 to 13. Do not forget to, from those rounds, as you turn, no need to chain 1, just turn and slip stitch into the next stitch, and then continue working the pattern until you have like 2 diamonds forming. So this is what it looks like after you work 28 rounds. So from round 1 to 28, this is how you're gonna do it. So it will be very easy if I'm just gonna show you the pattern, because it has a different well, it's almost similar to the pattern here, but there are a number of individual double crochets that you need to increase to make it narrower, and then the last 2 rows are just 2 rows of 1 individual double crochets in it. And then after working with 1 strap, you need 1 more, So you lay it flat on the table, and then on the other side to do the strap, you just do that so that when you flip it or turn it over, I'm sorry, you can see that this is where you're exactly going to start, from here to here, to make one more strap. Once you have made the strap, this is what it's gonna look like. So as you can see, we're just going to join the two straps together as one strap, and you can do a whip stitch or work one single crochet on both edges. So the next step is I turn the inside out, and then I'm going to join the strap with one single crochet on both stitches of both edges. Make sure you turn the inside out first, and then this is how I join them. So for rounds 14 to 28, you can check the pattern diagram so that it will be easier for you to follow how to make the strap. Because if I'm going to show every row in this video, it might take hours to finish. So I suggest that you pause the video so that you can see the pattern once in a while, so that you'd know you're doing the right pattern for the strap. So when you're joining with one single crochet, make sure that you catch both loops of both stitches, and then you're done. So in this video, I'm not going to show you how to make the lining, but one of these days I'm going to show it to you after I finish. After working one single crochet on both stitches together so that you'll get this result. This is going to be the right side. This is the one showing over your shoulder, and after that you can just simply work one single crochet around to even out the stitches. So you can start by chaining one and then work a single crochet. So remember to work single crochets into those double crochets in a horizontal position so that it will not create a hole. So just keep on doing that until you get back around. So once you get back around, after working your last single crochet in there, you can now slip stitch and fasten off, and do not forget to weave in the ends. So this is what it looks like after joining the strap, and all you have to do is add some closure if you want to add some buttons here, but for me, I guess it will take some time for me to decide which buttons to add. And as you can see, I was able to make it without even counting the number of stitches around and doing the bottom of the bag. And I do hope that it would be easier for you, since I showed you how to start making this bag by following the diagram pattern. So that's all for today. I hope you make one too, and I hope you find it easier to make one this time. So thank you so much, and have a good day.